Hey everybody, how you doing out there? This is Brett, and lately I have learned, especially in the last year or two, but also just within the last few days, I have learned how important it is. I continue to learn more and more how important it is to really communicate with people well, and not only just verbally communicate, but also to have things written down and signed, sealed, and delivered. And so I would like to share with you a couple of documents that I have people sign in regards to my business and my roommates. Okay? So this is my rental agreement between me and the roommates. And I have learned that if people know exactly what to expect and they know what is expected of them, then there are no surprises. And it's taken me quite a while to get everything that I really feel is important to have laid out on the table and rock freaking solid, and that when they come here and they read this, then they know what is expected of them. For instance, I had this guy move in here, and the first night that he lived here, he decided that he was going to bake a Betty Crocker cake, a totally processed white flour and sugar cake. And this guy is a vegetarian, and I tried to explain quite explicitly that this is a place of good health and healing, but everyone has a different understanding, I guess, of that, and some people don't consider eating whole foods, I guess, a very important part of health and healing, like this guy. So now, guess what? It says here, there's one paragraph, it says, I understand that this house and property is meat, cigarette, drug, and alcohol free. None of those substances are allowed inside or onto the property. Coming home intoxicated is also unacceptable here. I understand that this house is committed to eating healthy food. As an example, white flour and sugar are not considered part of that mindset/lifestyle. I agree to prepare whole foods in this house as part of the health-oriented nature of the occupants. I know that organic and local foods are also aspects of diet that we, as a more sustainable group, are trying to achieve. Now that last part is not required, but I quit processed crap cake full of icing and muck 20 years ago, and the last thing that I want to smell when I come into my holistic house is some motherfucking Betty Crocker cake. So you gotta put stuff in writing, because people, you don't know what's going on in their freaking heads, So let's see. I agree to use only non-toxic chemicals here. I agree to avoid bringing anything toxic into the house or onto the property. So you may have somebody that thinks that ortho is just alright. Ortho is just alright with me. Ortho is just alright. Oh yeah. Well, it's not. It's not okay here. And let's see. I know that I can bring girlfriends/boyfriends over to stay once or twice a week, max, and that they must sleep in my room only. Nobody is allowed to sleep on the living room couch in the living room. And I agree to bring only nice, clean people here. And if you're a new agey person, that you know that a lot of people that are into our thing are dirty, stinky hippies. I don't want to smell those people here. They're real nice people, some of them. And I'll dance with them at Contra, or I'll see them down on Lexington, or I'll be sitting next to them and their cloud will come into my area and I'll have to deal with that. But you know what? I don't want the stinky meisters in my house, so I put it on there. Let's see. I will keep this house clean by doing regular chores. I understand the chore chart and agree to do at least 2 cleaning activities per week. I will make an effort to know what chores need to be done so that this house stays caught up. And I can tell you that most of the people that have lived in this house have not been very good at really making an effort to keep this house clean. They have basically done the minimal amount required or asked by me. And I now have some roommates that hopefully will be able to just actually want. They actually want to keep the house clean, and they don't even have to be reminded or asked. That's what I'm looking for in roommates. Because we all know we're all on the same page, because we're all on the same page, then hopefully there won't be any problems. Now check this out. This is my intake form for my clients. And one of the things as a male massage therapist that's state licensed anywhere that you have to do is you have to cover your ass. No pun intended. And you know, what I have learned is that a lot of people have a lot of different ideas on what is acceptable in regard to touching and covering and you know, massage practices than other people. Excuse me. And so, I have a whole lot of places that people sign off that they totally understand exactly what's going to get touched and what's not going to get touched, what's going to get covered and what's not going to get covered, because people are sexually immature compared to a massage therapist that works on naked bodies all the time and works on themselves and has an understanding of natural human sexual desires and everything else, that I have to really, I know from my own past, I was once a person that was 18 years old and, you know, was just barely getting onto the sexual scene and was not a massage therapist, had never received a massage before, and who knows what thoughts were going on in my head. And so I understand that other people were in the same boat that I was, are in the same boat that I was at that time. And so what we need to do is we need to talk with people. We need to communicate with people, and we need to also have those thoughts in writing where they sign off that they understand, because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to lose my license, because men are hornier than women, and women know this. Men know this. Everyone knows this. The government knows this. And so, often, many a time, many a male massage therapist has done something that wasn't necessarily inappropriate, but that the client thought it was inappropriate and complained to the state board, and they were busted and they lost their license. That is not going to happen to me, because I am covered. Not only on paper, but I will discuss anything. I will discuss breasts and butts and touching and anything that anyone wants to discuss. I am not shy, and we will get the shit out on the table before they get on my table. That is just plain smart. So now, That is what I wanted to talk about tonight in regards to communication. Surprises? Yeah. I'm tired of those. I don't like them. And I am totally open to as much communication as my roommates and my clients, lovers, or friends, anybody wants to communicate. And if you'd like to communicate to me, write a little bit of whatever you're thinking right down there, and maybe I'll respond, maybe I won't. If I'm tired, maybe not. If you respond with something interesting or cool, then I might feel more inclined to respond back. Those are my true thoughts and feelings about all of my stuff with communication and you and me. Have a great night.